Fear isn't just about what might happen. For many, it's a constant living echo of what already did. It's a shadow that follows you into the brightest rooms. Today, we're not talking about everyday worries. We're talking about 9 fears that are intimately familiar to anyone who has lived through trauma and carries the weight of PTSD. Let's begin. Number 1, the fear of it happening again. This is the most direct and raw fear. It's the brain's alarm system, stuck in the on position. After a traumatic event, the world no longer feels like a safe place. The mind creates a constant, low-humming anxiety that the terrible thing, or something like it, is just around the corner. It's not just a thought, it's a feeling in your bones. This is why someone with PTSD might avoid crowds, or specific routes to work, or even certain types of people. It's not an overreaction. It's a survival mechanism working over time. The body remembers the threat and is trying desperately to protect itself from ever feeling that helpless again. It's the fear that lightning will, in fact, strike the same place twice, because for you, the storm never truly passed. Every loud noise is a potential threat, every unexpected change a sign of danger. The world is no longer a stage for life, but a minefield of possibilities. Number 2, the fear of your own mind. What happens when the source of fear isn't outside, but inside you? This is one of the cruelest parts of PTSD. Your own memories become the enemy. The fear of a flashback, an intrusive thought, or a nightmare can be paralyzing. You become afraid to be alone with your thoughts, afraid to close your eyes to sleep. The mind, which is supposed to be a safe haven, turns into a haunted house. Memories don't feel like memories. They feel like they are happening right now, in full color and sound. This is called re-experiencing. It's not just remembering, it's reliving. This fear makes people avoid anything that could trigger a memory, a song, a smell, a movie scene. It's an exhausting, never-ending effort to outrun your own past. It's not just the memory that hurts. It's the fact that the memory still has a pulse. Number 3, the fear of losing control. Trauma often involves a complete loss of control. As a result, the fear of that feeling returning is immense. This isn't just about controlling your environment. It's about the fear of losing control over your own emotions and reactions. The fear that you might suddenly burst into tears at the grocery store, have a panic attack in a meeting, or snap at a loved one for no apparent reason. This fear can lead to intense self-monitoring. You're constantly checking in with yourself. Am I okay? Am I acting normal? This hyper-awareness is draining. It feels like you're a pilot flying a damaged plane, and you can't afford to look away from the controls for even a second. The fear is that if you let your guard down, you'll crash. This is why many with PTSD seem rigid or guarded. They are holding themselves together with every bit of strength they have. Number 4, the fear of being misunderstood. Living with PTSD can be incredibly isolating. The symptoms are often invisible, and the triggers can seem illogical to outsiders. This leads to a deep-seated fear of being misunderstood, judged, or dismissed. You fear people will think you're crazy, weak, or just being dramatic. It's the fear of telling someone you can't go to the fireworks show and having them roll their eyes. It's the fear of explaining why a certain smell sends you into a panic and being met with a blank stare. This fear makes you hide your struggle. You learn to put on a mask and pretend everything is fine, because the potential judgment feels worse than the silent struggle. You build walls not to keep others out, but to protect yourself from their inability to see the war you're fighting inside. Number 5, the fear of normal things. After trauma, the definition of safe gets rewritten. Things that seem completely harmless to others can become sources of intense fear. A crowded mall, the sound of a car backfiring, a doctor's office. Even a sunny day can become a trigger if it's associated with the trauma. This is the fear that robs you of everyday life. It's the fear of the ordinary. Your nervous system has learned to associate these neutral things with extreme danger. So when you encounter them, the alarm bells go off just as loud as if the real danger was present. It's not the thing itself you fear. It's what your brain tells you it represents. You are not afraid of the dark. You are afraid of what you cannot see within it. This shrinks your world little by little until you're left with only a few places that feel truly safe. Number 6, the fear of intimacy and connection. When someone or a situation has hurt you so badly, trust gets shattered. This creates a powerful fear of getting close to others. Intimacy, whether emotional or physical, requires vulnerability. But for someone with PTSD, vulnerability feels identical to danger. You might push people away, sabotage relationships, or avoid them altogether. The thinking is, if I don't let anyone in, they can't hurt me. It's a painful paradox. The very connection you need to heal is the thing you fear the most. You might crave closeness, but recoil when it's offered. It's the fear that everyone has the potential to be a threat, and your heart is too broken to risk being wrong again. Number 7, the fear of your own body. The body remembers trauma even when the mind tries to forget. Physical sensations associated with the event, a racing heart, shortness of breath, sweating, dizziness, become triggers themselves. This is called interoception. The fear is that these physical symptoms are a sign that something terrible is happening now. A racing heart isn't just a racing heart. It's a signal that you are in mortal danger. This can create a terrifying feedback loop. You feel a physical sensation, you panic because it reminds you of the trauma. The panic creates more physical sensations, and the cycle continues. You start to distrust your own body, seeing it not as your home, but as a betrayer that can trap you in terror at any moment. Number 8, the fear of the future. PTSD keeps you anchored to the past. The trauma is so overwhelming that it can feel impossible to imagine a future that isn't defined by it. Planning for the future, setting goals, or even just thinking about next year can bring on a sense of dread, or even worse, a feeling of complete emptiness. The fear is that the future will only hold more pain, or that you are too damaged to have a happy one. Hope itself can feel dangerous. If you don't hope for anything, you can't be disappointed or hurt again. This isn't pessimism. It's a protective mechanism born from extreme pain. The trauma teaches you that the world is unpredictable and unsafe, so imagining a safe and predictable future feels like a lie. Number 9, the fear of being a burden. Many people with PTSD carry a heavy sense of shame and a belief that they are somehow broken. This leads to a powerful fear of being a burden on their friends, family, and partners. They see the energy it takes for loved ones to support them and feel immense guilt. They may hide their pain, downplay their symptoms, and refuse to ask for help because they don't want to inconvenience anyone. They think, my problems are too much for others to handle. This fear deepens the isolation. It prevents them from seeking the support they desperately need for recovery. It's a quiet fear, one that tells you that your very existence and your struggles are a weight on the people you love most. Living with these fears is a daily battle. It takes a strength that most people will never understand. If this video helped you feel seen or understand someone in your life a little better, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more content that explores the quiet corners of our mental health. And for everyone watching, I have a question for you. Which of these fears resonated with you the most? Or is there one we missed? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice matters, and this is a safe place to share it. Thank you for watching.